Welcome back, guys. I have a huge announcement. I just broke 1,000 subscribers on this channel. I'm very thankful and grateful for all those subscribers out there, and even all those people who aren't subscribed but continue to watch my videos. I was not expecting this. I've been counting down the days. It's been a little over 1 year, and it's just been an awesome ride. I'm gonna flip the camera around and give you a quick little update of the hydroponic garden, because this is what made it for me. Thank you, guys. So we'll begin this tour real quick, a little recap. This is the papaya, of course, growing hydroponically. This papaya has lived through the worst. It has taken several tumbles already, and it continues to grow and thrive. Let's come down here so you can see just how this is working. I removed some of the media so you can see it's just this media here. You see the roots and you see the water dripping from the top. Inside, this container does have the water level a little higher than the others. That's because I haven't adjusted this one yet and it's been accustomed to this. But on the other containers, the water level is around down here rather than all the way to the top. You can actually see it here, the water level. So that's all there is to it. There's no aeration. It's just circulating and running back through that 3-inch pipe. This here is a cutting from this big, well, it's starting to become big, beefsteak tomato plant. I had one of these in the past growing on that side, and it was absolutely amazing. I can tell that this is going to grow great already. This is just a little cutting. I cut it off and stuck it in the media, and let's see if it's already grown roots. So I just took that, cut it off, shoved it in the media, and roots have come out, and this is going to keep growing. I think this is an indeterminate type, so it'll just pick up from there. And again, same story. It just sits here, and the water drizzles down the media, and the roots eventually grow down to the water. This is the Cayenne. This one was originally inside my house in the grow tent, and it developed some type of pest or disease, and it was growing really poorly. All the leaves turned a strange color. I don't know if there's any on here anymore. Here they are. But since then, I put it out here again in my hydroponic system, and it has been absolutely thriving. You can see just the amount of peppers. This thing is loaded. It is due for a spray. It does have some of those white fleas underneath, white flies, I'm sorry. So I do spray it down with neem oil every so often to keep it free of those pests. But you can see it's growing peppers everywhere. It was brought to my attention that these are not cayenne peppers on my other plant because they claim that they're growing upward. All I know is that I used a cayenne pepper seed packet, and these are the same ones, and they are growing in this fashion. They're really purple until they ripen up, and then they turn red. Here is the beefsteak tomato. I recently started growing this one because my other hydroponic tomatoes were not doing so well, and I've had good success with this variety in the past. So I planted it, and well, here it is. Those look like some tomatoes to me. Very fertile, very big flowers. You can see here, this is where I removed the other cutting and placed it in there, and that's gonna begin growing. I can't wait to have an abundance of tomatoes. Tomatoes are absolutely nutritious. They taste amazing. Don't mind the burn mark. I know everybody points that out. I'm fully aware from the grill. Anyway, much better thing in its place right now, this hydroponic system. So you can see those tomatoes growing in. Let's see if we can sneak in a shot down here. They're not patio tomato, this is old. They didn't make it. Like I said, the other ones don't do so hot in my hydroponic system. This is beefsteak. This isn't growing in clay pebbles, it's growing in lava rock. Okay, so you don't need to go out and buy expensive hydrogen or clay pebbles. This is all I grow it in. Let's look inside. Look at those roots. Don't mind the noise. The noise is from my air stone pump. The air stone pump isn't in these containers. It's actually in my reservoir. I don't believe it's necessary, but it does help when mixing the nutrients. It aerates the whole system in here, and it disperses it easily, so I don't have to swish the water around or mix it. This here is one of the Carolina Reapers that I originally posted, that I received from, or I bought rather, from Home Depot. And this growth is absolutely crazy. Look how big these leaves are. I ain't never seen nothing like this. Compare that to these leaves over here. These are a handful. So we don't have any fruits yet. I really don't see any buds forming on here just yet. I think these super hots tend to take a while to bud up. So here you can see some of the pests. There's some down here. They don't really affect the plant from what I've noticed, but I do spray every so often to try and contain them. There you can see the roots, what's going on. So the water just drips down through the media and then makes its way into the roots and drips down the roots. Ends up coming out of here. Again, these water levels are kind of low. This is the reservoir for all of you that ask. Let's try to move some stuff out of the way. Here it is. I have the air stones in here. Not much algae. You see some media floating around there. These are the pumps. Here's one full of crud. And here's another one. There's two parts. There's a system that heads that way, and then there's a system that comes this way. This is where I have some cilantro. It's not growing too hot. These long stringy things don't grow very well in the media. This is mint. This was from another experiment that was inside. This is actually soil. As you can see, that's not growing very well. However, these bad boys are growing. Check that out. These are the figs. These figs have been everywhere. I love this. The growth of this plant is absolutely amazing. My soil figs do not even come close to this. The only issue that concerns me about this is that given that this water does not cycle, it is prone to root rot because it does stay in the water. The water is constantly cycling, but it doesn't fully drain out at any point. However, we can see the growth is absolutely vigorous. There's actually a fig growing down here. Right there. Little baby fig. I've taken cuttings off of this plant. This plant has been very, very nice. Look how thick this stem is. Sorry about that. Like I said, very, very thick stem. We have my poor chives in here dying. They're not dying, but they're being absolutely smothered by all the other plants. We have my Italian parsley here, looking absolutely beautiful. We have some sweeties, peppers. These are the tiny little baby sweet peppers. Again, it looks much nicer in my hydroponic system than it does in my soil. In my soil, they have all kinds of scars all along the actual peppers. You can see some nice big flowers there. I think these are the same. This one isn't growing so well because there's too many in that container. Here's a little basil just hanging out in the back. Anyway, again, I want to thank you guys for all the support, all the comments, all the likes, all the thumbs up. We hit 1,000 and I wish to continue. I hope I continue to provide you with this content. Thank you guys. Till next time. Peace.